My name is Mike, and I'm going to show you an activity called Silt is a Dirty Word. For this activity, we need something to represent a creek. In this case, we're using a plastic cup with some gravel in the bottom and, of course, some water. We also have a bead with a screw in it to represent a salmon egg or a trout egg or a steelhead egg. The screw does a couple of things. It looks like what's called the eye on the egg, but also will keep the egg from floating or the bead from floating when we put it in the water. We also need a straw, and we need some silt. Silt is very fine kind of soil. So salmon, or trout, or steelhead will lay their eggs in the creek in what's called a red, which is gravel, which they use their tail to make a little nest, and they lay the eggs down in that gravel. And of course, eggs are alive, and so they need air in order to survive. Air naturally gets into the creek or into the river by water splashing, maybe a waterfall, or just diffusing in from the air. And it's pretty easy for the air to get down to the egg. I'm going to blow into that and into the water and just see how easy it is for the air to get down. That's really easy. No problem getting air to that egg because the water is nice and clear. There's nothing in the way to keep the air from getting to the egg. But if something happens around the shore and a lot of silt gets into the water, it can cover the egg and bury it. So here's some silt flowing into the stream. Maybe there was an improperly made road or something else that allowed a lot of silt to get into the stream and bury the egg. So if I attempt now to blow air down to the egg, that was hard to do. That means that the air would have a hard time getting down to the egg. I was blowing a lot harder than the bubbles would be getting into the water. So that egg would be smothered by the silt and wouldn't be able to survive. So silt is a dirty word.